This episode, brand new GM F-body shrouds and how you can utilize SendCutSend.com to customize parts for your ride. Let's go. Welcome back to Fast Monty's Garage. Yep, it's another brand new shroud design. This is for Cold Case Radiators specifically, but for 67 to 69 GM F-bodies, so Camaro, Firebird, Nova, and ironically, it's also the same shroud for big block Novas up through 1978. So go to fastmontysgarage.com, check out the new shrouds there. There are 7 different designs, including GMC trucks, so check it out. But the reason we're here today is not only to discuss this new fan shroud, but how to utilize SendCutSend, which is my favorite sheet metal fabricator. That's who makes this for me. That's who made it for the GTO. That's who made the skid plate underneath the GTO for the oil pan. So if you don't have an oil pan, suggest getting one, also on my website. So today's episode, we're going to cover exactly how to use SendCutSend. We're going to go some of the features here. What? Oh, what fans does this fit? Let me see. There they are. This fits 2 different types of fans. This is a Spall brush fan on your left, and this is the new Proform 12-inch brushless fan. And if you're wondering what the hell's the difference between the two, well, I did a video a couple videos ago called the CFM Battle, and I tested the 14-inch versions, and the results were quite mind-blowing, pun intended. Now I'm going to be testing these in a future episode as well, and adding some new test parameters, and I'm going to go over those parameters at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Now, the other features of the shroud: flap doors to get that air through. And you might also be wondering, why a cold case radiator? Well, they happen to be my favorite because the tube width in here is 1.25 inches wide. I mean, check that out. That is pretty neat. The reason you want wide tubes is the more surface area, the more efficient your radiator is going to be at extracting that heat out of your coolant. That's how it is, right? And I came up with these shrouds because I wanted the most efficiency of airflow through my cold case, and that required bigger fans. So that's why we're here. And thanks to a lot of you who have recommended, hey Mike, design one for me, design one for me. Hey, just send me an email, fastmontysgarage@gmail.com. I am specifically looking at cold case radiators now because they have a top hat design. If you have a top hat design radiator and you want me to look at it, I need all the dimensions. I'll go through what dimensions I need at the end of this video as well. So with all that being said, if I've ever helped you out, hey, consider getting a hat. A shirt. Join the Full Monty Club down there. All those of you that are currently members, thank you so much. And thanks for considering, and subscribe if you haven't, because we have a ton of stuff to go, especially when I lay out my new test plan for fans. I think you're gonna dig it. So all that said, I think, if you need a cold case radiator, coldcaseradiators.com, use my discount code FASTMONTY, that'll get you free shipping. So without further ado, let's jump to SendCutSend. You're going to need a CAD tool. That CAD tool needs to have a sheet metal feature in it, or sheet metal modeling, like Onshape or SolidWorks. And if you guys know of any, leave a comment that are free to use as a hobbyist, which is exactly what most of you are going to do. And the newest thing with SendCutSend is they can now do 5-axis turning, which means, yeah, I got some brackets I got to design for the front of the engine, so it's going to be fun when I get to that. I can't wait. But anyway, let's go jump to the computer, show you how easy it is to use the SendCutSend website. Welcome to SendCutSend. Earlier I said 5-axis turning. I meant milling or machining. So here it is right here, 5-axis machining. They can do it. All kinds of materials you can pick from. Scroll on down here, get some ideas. Look at this. Killer, right? So to go ahead and get started, you have to set up an account. Once you do that and you start making parts, you're going to have this list of downloads that you did. So check this out. 64 to 67 GTO. This is the one I'm working on right now. 78 to 88 G bodies. That's already done on the website. 77 to 87 GM trucks. 70 to 81 Camaro Gen 2s also on the website. And these guys here, I'm going to show you at the end of this video. These are for my test shrouds for new fans. So that's going to be fun. Anyway, go ahead and drop your file your flat file that you created in CAD in here, and it'll process it and bring you to the starting point. You obviously have to pick your inch or millimeter. We're going with inch. Now I can pick what material to use. So we're gonna do aluminum, 80 thou thick. On the right side, I know it's cut off, but it shows you the prices. We are now going to do some bends here. So this is our 3D model. It's flattened, and it adds a bend radius because it stretches when you bend. That's what the CAD tool is for, whatever you ended up using. You can do 3D method or 2D, and when you get to bending, you can actually pick. So if you pick your first bend here, it'll highlight on the model. So if we hit 90 degrees, it actually bends the model real time. But I like the 2D method. So 2D layout, and you can go bend by bend and add all your bends. So I'll go ahead and do that. Once you have all your bends in your chart, you can go back to 3D and just double check. Awesome, looks good to me. Next step, I want to put some hardware in. So I intentionally put 3 different size holes, and I know the 256 holes are for the nuts I want embedded in the back of the shroud. Then go ahead and apply it, and I'll update the model. And double check it, because sometimes it goes on the wrong side. If we zoom in here, those are on the wrong side. Go back to your chart, change direction. Bam, they're on the back. Just like we want them. You can tap holes, you can do some dimple forming if you want to. I don't need those on this part, but if you want them in your part, go for it. Now if your part is within certain size constraints, they'll also powder coat it for you. So let's do that. Gloss black. Boom! Oh man, that looks killer. And once you're done, go ahead and add to cart and ship it. So some of the features of the shrouds pointed out, these are small flap doors to let the air flow through while you're at speed. And these holes are for M6x1 fasteners, the same ones here. If you buy these from me in black, I stock these and I include the fasteners. I include 2 extra ones so you can use here. So you'd basically drill and tap into this channel. This is hollow, there's no fluid in it, so you're safe. But look at the overlap here, it's overlapping that seam. It's not touching, it's like barely there. If you want to put insulation tape in there, you can, but I really don't think you need to. And on the bottom side, slotted holes. I think I'm using an M3 in my car. The reason is it's really hard to get a screwdriver in here or a ratchet, so I'm using an M3. It's the easiest one to fit at the bottom, and you just have to hold it. It doesn't have to hold a load, it just has to hold it to the channel. Another flap door on the bottom, and it's looking really good. If you order this from my website as raw, it gets drop shipped from SendCutSend directly to you. They don't stock them, they gotta make them, but it's only like a 7-day lead time. They're pretty cool. So if you have a cold case and you want to upgrade your fans, the measurements I need are basically this top to bottom of the finned area, the width, and I would measure in several different spots because sometimes it's not the same. It could be a parallelogram, and it could have a wave to it. The other most important measurement is this channel depth. I need to know. I would take your calipers and measure it for me, and we can go from there. Okay, the question on everyone's mind, what fan to use and why should I use it? And that's why I came up with that last video for the CFM battle where we tested the 2 14-inch fans. And a lot of you left some great comments. Some people left some not good comments, but it was a very controversial episode, which is fantastic. That means we gotta do more of them. And the next one, I'm gonna implement some different testing techniques. So granted, we already did testing loaded and unloaded. So putting a fan with free air allowed to go through it. We test CFM that way, and we also test CFM mounted on a radiator. I have another Cold Case Radiator that I use for testing, and we're going to use that as well. Free flowing underneath it, but it's loaded because it has to pull through the radiator. Now to keep it even more legit, I designed a test shroud. See, this is also from SendCutSend. And by the way, if you buy a raw one from my website, it comes like this, wrapped like this in plastic. Pretty neat. But this one can accommodate a whole wide range of fans, and I had adapter plates made. So I can put the adapter plate on. This is for 12-inch fans. Or no, this is for 14s, and then I have a 12-inch ring or something like that. But besides the two fans, the Spall and the Proform, I got another Spall. Look at this thing. This is their high output 12-inch fan. I mean, it is a behemoth. And I will also include the dimensions on the next video. But the other thing we're gonna add, besides a better test scenario, is a decibel reading. So we're gonna establish a baseline for reading noise. How loud are the fans? The other thing we're gonna test, or actually start, is a leaderboard. So we can actually populate a spreadsheet with fan results. So price point, CFM, amp draw, soft start or not, etc., etc. So that's going to be fun to add that to the repertoire, because repertoire. Sorry, I'm not French. I can't even speak. So we're going to add a spreadsheet so we can have a leaderboard, and hopefully I'm going to try and figure out how to get that running spreadsheet on my website as well. But that'll be great, because that'd be a great reference point for everyone to look at what fan they want to use. And we can go from there. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Again, thanks for hanging out this far. And until next time, building fast, driving faster. See ya.